Kylian Mbappé, World Cup champion at 19. The moment a legend was born. Football fans, this is a story that stirs the soul, a story of passion, determination, and self-belief. It's the journey of a young boy from the streets of Bondy, France, who rose to the pinnacle of the game and etched his name in the history books as a legend. This is the story of Kylian Mbappé, who, at only 19, conquered the world as a FIFA World Cup champion. What is the secret to becoming a legend? What does it take to achieve greatness before many have even started their journey? Today, let's walk through the inspiring life and career of Kylian Mbappé, a story that serves as a beacon of hope for anyone chasing their dreams. Close your eyes and imagine a young boy in Bondy, a small suburb of Paris. This boy didn't have luxury or glitz, but he had something far greater, a dream. Kylian Mbappé grew up immersed in football. His father was a coach and his mother was a former athlete, so excellence and discipline were family values. As a child, his passion for the game was evident. Hours turned into days, and days into years, as Mbappé trained relentlessly, perfecting every skill, every touch, every move. Even then, he stood out, not just because of his talent, but because of his extraordinary hunger to succeed. The streets of Bondy were his first playground, but Mbappé always envisioned himself on bigger stages. With guidance from his father and support from his family, he fought for every opportunity. He practiced harder than everyone else, pushed beyond his limits, and demonstrated a level of focus beyond his years. Mbappé's journey wasn't handed to him on a silver platter, it was earned. His first milestone came when he joined AS Monaco's youth academy, a step that signaled the beginning of his professional career. By the time he was only 17, he was promoted to Monaco's first team, and the football world began noticing something special about this young prodigy. With his electrifying pace and ability to outwit defenders, Mbappé helped Monaco break Paris Saint-Germain's dominance and win the Ligue 1 title in 2017. Within those 2 years, he was no longer just another player. He was a leader, a game-changer, and a player destined for greatness. But Mbappé wasn't satisfied. He had bigger goals, conquering the world stage. When he signed with PSG, the media recognized his potential. There were doubts about the pressure he faced at his young age, yet it never fazed him. For Mbappé, every challenge was an opportunity to rise higher. When Kylian Mbappé earned his spot in France's national team for the 2018 FIFA World Cup, he wasn't just representing his country. He was carrying the hopes of millions and the legacy of decades of French football dominance. For the young striker, the opportunity was monumental. Representing Les Bleus at football's most prestigious tournament was both a dream and a challenge. Mbappé knew what he had to do: deliver under pressure while remaining true to his fiery, ambitious spirit. The journey ahead wasn't easy. The media buzzed with questions. Would he live up to the hype? Could a teenager rise above the enormous expectations placed on his shoulders? While many doubted, Kylian remained calm, focused, and fearless. He knew that football was about seizing moments, and moments would soon come his way. The 2018 World Cup in Russia was a tournament filled with emotions for fans all over the world. But for Kylian Mbappé, it was a stage where he would showcase his brilliance. His performances in the group stages were just a preview of what was to come. Speed, precision, and confidence oozed from every move. As the tournament progressed, Mbappé began stealing the spotlight. Then came one of the tournament's defining moments: France versus Argentina in the round of 16. In a dramatic game, Mbappé's electrifying pace left even Lionel Messi's Argentina shaken. Scoring twice in that match, Mbappe became only the second teenager in history, after Pelé, to score multiple goals in a World Cup knockout match. By now, the world had taken notice. Fans gathered around television screens. Journalists penned headlines declaring the rise of a new global superstar. But Mbappé's defining moment was yet to arrive. And then it came. The FIFA World Cup final against Croatia. The stakes couldn't be higher. The entire world was watching. Would this young generation of French players deliver? It was in that very game that greatness was forged. With France leading and the tension palpable, Mbappe stepped forward. Calm and confident, just like the streets of Bondy had taught him, he unleashed a stunning goal. That goal was more than just another tally on the scoreboard. It was a declaration. Mbappe had arrived, and the world knew it. When the final whistle blew, France had won 4-2. The trophy was theirs, but for Mbappe, the victory held deeper meaning. He joined Pelé as the only other teenager to score in a World Cup final, catapulting him into the pantheon of football legends. At 19, Kylian Mbappé wasn't just labelled a rising star, he was an icon. The world erupted in celebration, and Kylian Mbappé became a household name overnight. He was rightfully named the tournament's best young player, a small recognition for the seismic impact he had made throughout the tournament. His teammates, coaches, and fans alike praised his humility and composure. Despite the fame and adoration, Mbappe never lost sight of what mattered most, continuing to grow, continuing to inspire. Mbappe's journey offers lessons far beyond football. It's a story of resilience, sacrifice, and relentless effort. From the streets of Bondy to the grand stage of the World Cup, Mbappe's rise reminds us that talent alone isn't enough. It takes discipline and drive to turn dreams into reality. It takes courage to overcome doubts and stay true to your aspirations. Mbappe could have let fear of failure stop him, but he chose to defy the odds. This is what makes him a legend, not just his talent, but his refusal to give up, his willingness to work harder than anyone else, and his ability to thrive in moments of immense pressure. His story speaks to every football fan, every aspiring athlete, and every dreamer. It tells us that no dream is too big, no effort is too small, and no obstacle is insurmountable. So, to every football fan watching this, take a moment to reflect. What's your dream? What's holding you back? If Kylian Mbappe could conquer the world at 19, why can't you achieve the extraordinary too? This isn't just a story about football. It's about life, about ambition, and about daring to believe. Every great achievement begins with a first step, but only those who keep moving forward will see their dreams turn into reality. Today, let Mbappé's story ignite a fire within you. The moment a legend was born at the World Cup isn't just a moment in history, it's a reminder that true greatness is within reach for all of us. The question is, will you take the shot like Mbappe did? Enjoyed the content? Show some love, like, share, and subscribe to stay inspired. Thanks for watching.